Even if those guys are still around, I'd love to get in the ring and, do what Larry Holmes did to Muhammad Ali, I mean, that's the way it goes over the years,
Pro boxing fans here in Birmingham for the next gen card. Headlining is Galal Yafai versus Frank. On the undercard is Solomon Dacres. Sol, always a pleasure seeing yourself, a big unit in the heavyweight division. Just talk to me, 6-0, you seem to be causing waves in the heavyweight division. A lot of people are talking and saying your name, which must be a good thing.
Yeah, I'm training hard, I'm confident in my abilities. So, I believe, whether people say my name or not, I'm going to establish myself at, the top of the crop, especially domestically. So, yeah, man, I'm just doing my thing.
At this stage of your career, are you looking at the opponent, are you sort of dissecting them, or are you just letting your team deal with that and you just sort of keep on just, building up your arsenal, building up your skill set?
Yeah, I'll just improving in the gym. My team, comes back with the opponents. I say yes, I ain't really bothered, you know what I mean? If it makes sense to them, it makes sense to me. So let them deal with that and I'll just work in the gym and prepare myself as diligently as I can.
How far do you think you're away from these titles? Obviously, when you're looking at British, when they were talking about the British title, your name popped up a few times, and you're still very young in your career, so it must be good for yourself. But how long, in your eyes, do you reckon you're going to need to get to that level?
I'm there now. I'm ready for the British title now. If this fight was a British title fight on Saturday, I'd be winning the British title. So I'm ready for that now. I don't make no bones about it. So it's just a matter of getting me in the ring, getting me on that paper, and getting in there.
Obviously, at the top of the tree at this point is Fabio Wardley. It looks like there's going to be a fight with David Adelaide. Just talk to me about that fight. Actually, what do you make of that fight? How do you see that fight playing out?
Yeah, it'd be a good fight. The both guys got good power, it seems, and I think Wardley's a bit more experienced, maybe a little bit cuter in there than Adelaide. So I'd be favouring Wardley for that one.
Why does Sol beat all of them at domestic level?
So I'm just too good and too skillful defensively. I've got the stamina for days, which a lot of these heavyweights haven't got. The engine, the skill set, the defence, the movement. I'm a much more all-round package. I'm not just come in there and start throwing bombs. I pick the guys apart. I make their mistakes costly, and I'm a scientific boxer. That's the difference.
I like that term, scientific boxing. Every time I've followed your career, there's been a test. Everyone's saying, this is a test for Sol, this is a test for Sol. And you seem to just blow them away in convincing fashion. That must be good confidence for yourself, knowing that these supposed tests you're doing really well in.
Yeah, I know what I'm capable of. So, when you like for my first couple of fights, I fought Sokolovsky in my third fight. People say it's a test, and to be fair, at that time he'd beat a prospect before me, and he'd beat another prospect after me. So he was, he's a prospect killer, and he's Sokolovsky. So, but I just done a good job on him because I know what I'm capable of. I've been there sparring all the world champions and stuff like that, and I know what I'm capable of doing, and I know where I'm at. So, they look like tests, but I know what level I'm at.
I do want to talk about the heavyweight division. It is a massive talking point right now. Anthony Joshua just beating Helenius. There's a lot of talk about the Wilder fight. Just talk to me about AJ's performance on Saturday night. What did you make of it?
Yeah, I mean, he got the job done in the end. People are always going to compare to Wilder doing him in one round, and Helenius being a late replacement opponent. He looked like he was maybe a bit flat for the first few rounds, AJ, but took his time, whatever. Didn't want to make maybe no mistakes. Got the job done in the end, and who am I to say anything else about it?
Do you want your thoughts on another fight in 2 weekends? Well, weekend after this one is Daniel Dubois going out to Poland to fight Oleksandr Usyk. Obviously, the massive underdog is Daniel, but do you think he's got a chance against someone like Oleksandr Usyk?
He's a big puncher, Dubois. So in the heavyweight division, you've got a puncher's chance. But the thing with Usyk is he don't stop moving. He can take a punch, and he's such a exceptionally skillful boxer. So I think it's going to be a very, very tough task for Dubois. If he lands, he's got to land hard and he's got to land often, which ain't really no one doing to Usyk, to be honest. But he's a big puncher, a big power puncher. And all it takes is one shot to hurt someone and change a game. So he's got that chance with him. But Usyk will be the heavy favourite.
Final one before I let you go. Tyson Fury against Francis Ngannou. Is that something you'll be watching? Is that something you'll be watching the highlights? Or what's going to be your plan for the night?
I'll see what I'm doing, man, to be honest with that one. I won't be paying no more pennies out of my pocket for that, pay-per-views and off it. I might get a dodgy stream for it or something.
You're messing about there, you're messing about.
Or something, yeah, it's a circus act at the end of the day, but people want to see it. They want to see what happens. It'll be intrigued to see what happens, but for me, we'll know what's going to happen. It's just going to be the Fury show.
Is it actually a good time for you to be in the sport? Because I spoke to Joshua on Saturday. I spoke to him after his fight, and I go to him, AJ, how long have you got left in the sport? Is it a Wilder, a Fury, and then you're out, or is it 3-4 more years? He goes, 3-4 more years. He goes, you must be having a laugh. There's no chance I'm staying in the sport 3-4 more years. In that case, if AJ is out of the sport, Fury is going to be out of the sport. He's been flirting with retirement for such a long time. Wilder's getting on a little bit. By the time them three boys call it a day, you should be at the forefront of that division, right?
It's all opening up, I'm not, even if those guys are still around, I'd love to get in the ring and, do what Larry Holmes did to Muhammad Ali, That's the way it goes over the years, You always get the old champions and the new champions coming through. But, like you say, if those guys are gone, I'm still confident in myself, getting to the top of the crop and, the division open up and hopefully my reigns are going to start soon.
So listen, it's always a pleasure to talk to yourself. Every time I see you, you've got a smile on your face, which is a good indication of a fighter on fight week. But yeah, good luck on Saturday night. I'll speak to you after the fight. And thank you very much for talking to Pro Box fans.